I've traveled around this great country of ours for the last 25 years with the Roadhouse Rockers. I've met some of the best car and bike builders, been to the biggest shows and auctions in the country. I've seen some of the coolest hot rods and classics around. But some of the greatest ones are right here in our own backyard. My name is Rick McGee, and this is Gearheadz USA.
Here we are today at the 4th annual PA Custom and Collision Car Show down in Meadville. And this is my good friend Tim Johnson. How are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Rick?
Tim owns Eddie's Footlong Hot Dogs. This is their 75-year anniversary, and they're sponsoring this event this year. And he's also a car guy, so he brought his old car out here too, and we got a bunch of other ones to look at. Tell us a little about yours before we go take a look at some of these cars.
It's a 54 Chevy pickup. It's got a Mustang 2 front end under it. Okay. Got a turbo 350 tranny, 10 bolt rear end. Straight 6 in it right now.
That's what they came with.
Yeah, but
was it a 213 or something like that?
This actually has a 250 in it.
Okay, well you went up a little bit. That's cool.
But I'm building another engine for it though. So,
okay.
Yeah, I can't leave that in there.
Well, that's all right. Hey, did you work? And you do all the work yourself though, right?
Yeah, I didn't build this truck. I bought it, but
well, that's all right.
I'm going to do all the engine work myself and everything.
Cool.
So
great, man. I think you guys are in for a good day today. They said it was going to rain, but I think we got quite a few cars coming in today, so it should be a good time. And hey, but thanks for having us out, man.
Thanks for showing up.
All right.
This is great.
Okay, how y'all doing? Today we're at PA Custom and Collision's Car Show. This is the 4th annual one right outside of Meadville here. And we got a really cool car. This is Tony Demetris, right?
Right.
How you doing, Tony?
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Nice to meet you too. And you got a car that Chevy should have made probably, huh?
Well, they quit making it in '60.
Yeah, okay, and then you decided...
Because they couldn't sell them.
Okay, so you decided to take a 1962 Chevy wagon and turn it into
a 62 sedan delivery.
All right, and almost looks like a Nomad, but there's no windows in it.
Right,
so This is really cool. So tell us a little about what did you start with? You started with a 4-door 62 wagon, correct?
Correct. Well, I did in a shop in Florida, and it was an abandoned project. The guy quit paying. So it was on eBay for $3 grand. I put a bid in for just the fun of it at $3 grand, and nobody else bid.
Oh my God!
So all of a sudden, I owned it.
A Florida car.
Well,
Yeah. Wow.
And the major body work was done.
Okay. They already had it turned into a 2-door by then?
Correct. Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
For $3 grand, I wouldn't even, cutting the door off would cost more than
that.
Yeah.
And they did it right. They put 2-door sedan doors on it, so they lengthened, they moved the B-pillars, and made it look like it would have come out of the factory.
It does. I mean, when I saw you pull in, I thought, oh my God, man, I don't remember them making that car.
Right.
But somebody thought enough to do it. So anyway, so start out, so we see what you did with the bodywork. So that was all, the major metal work was done when you got it then?
Correct,
Pretty much?
And I painted it flat black and got tired of people calling it a hearse.
Okay.
So I thought I'd go completely opposite.
Okay. So then now I see you dropped in a
350.
A 350.
Yeah, with a small blower on it.
I see a small one on there.
Right, and we got an air cleaner so that the hood closes and you don't know.
Okay, and how many horsepower do you think you're pushing?
Probably 400.
Well, that's good. And you have a 700R in it?
700 R4, so it's good on the highway.
Aluminum radiator in there to keep it a little bit cooler.
Keep it a little cool. It's got power steering, disc brakes up front.
Well, I see, I've met this guy on the road with the band when we were at one of the bike shows, but I see you got Jesse James to sign your dash.
Yeah, he was in Meadville a few years back, and we got him to sign it, and a friend of mine took the picture. so that people will believe that he signed
Yeah,
it.
it's right on the front there. You guys can see, Jed, and the signature's on the passenger side. So who did your upholstery work?
Mark's Upholstery in Sagertown.
Mark's Upholstery. That's really nice. That kind of reminds me, I have an old Mercury that's red and white like that. It looks
Right.
a lot like
And
that.
I thought it contrasted nice with the yellow.
It does. It does. And now what about this really nice artwork that you got on there? That's
A guy out of Westfield, New York, hand painted that on for me. That's not a
Wow.
decal.
That's really
He
nice.
did that freehand in about 3 hours.
Oh my God. You did such a nice job with this car. You ought to be proud of it.
Well, thank you.
It's really nice. Well, hey, thank you so much for
Thanks,
bringing
sir.
it out.
Yep.
And thanks for talking to us.
Absolutely.
Okay, today we're with Steve Yenisek. How you doing, Steve?
How you doing, Rick?
All right, good to see you again. I met you at Tim's when you had this on the rack a while ago. All right, tell us a little about this 66 Ford here.
That's a 66 Ford short bed. They come with a 352. Now it has a 460 with put up to a 514 automatic C6.
And you left it pretty much the way you found it, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It bugged my dad to no end that he was. You gonna paint it? You gonna paint it? Nope. I'm leaving it just the way it is.
Well, I mean, you guys a lot of these guys started the rat rod thing a while ago, and you're keeping it going. I think it's cool. So what about Steve's Plumbing?
The job's going right down the drain.
So who did that?
A friend of mine, Sam Steck with Timeless Creations. That is a decal.
Okay, and it looks like
and it made it look like the old rest of the truck.
Yeah, it does. And you even have like an AMC part on here, huh?
I don't know where that comes
I
from. It
know.
was with that truck.
So this is a Crown front end you got on
Crown
it?
Vic front end underneath it.
Okay, but this was originally an 8-foot bed and you shortened it, or what
It
was
was
it?
a 10-foot bed. It
Oh,
was,
so this was a 350 you were
it's
saying?
an
huh?
F350 dually, and it was a pump truck, a shingle ducker welding truck out of Franklin. So then I went and put the Crown Vic front end underneath it, shortened the frame, put the short bed on it, and it's got the Crown Vic rear end underneath it.
And that bed pretty much matches what you already had.
And I bought that bed in Pittsburgh just like that way it came from Nevada.
And you just left it because
I left it. I wasn't gonna. And
It's-
we went to 4 hours away to get the tailgate.
Oh my God. And I love it. No inner fender wells, no nothing. So
Nothing.
the seats are really cool. So these are like whiskey barrels, right?
With Jack Daniels whiskey barrels.
And your wife said they're not too bad to ride in, except
as long as you don't hit a bump.
As long as you don't hit a bump. And I said, well, maybe if you drove it to Pittsburgh, and probably be too expensive to take it down.
Yeah, we couldn't afford it. We'd have to stop about 3-4 times. To
yeah,
get
that's
fuel.
what I figured.
And then armed guard was the.
So you did all this yourself, pretty
Yes.
much, right?
Yep.
This is a local guy that took this and did it all by himself. How
But it
many
looks-
horsepower do you think you're putting out on it?
Oh, I'm probably pushing 4.5.
All right.
But it's going to get worse here this winter.
All right. Well, that's cool. Well, it cost you $5 to start it up.
It doesn't matter. It's only money. Can't take it with you.
That's right. Well, hey, man, this is a really cool truck. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you,
good
Rick.
to see you, man.
See you
Thanks for
later.
coming out. How you doing?
Great. How
Good
you
to
doing
see you.
today?
This is Al
Rick?
Bell. Nice to see you, man.
Pleasure.
This is cool. This is a wrapped 1986 C4 Corvette. And I can't even begin to talk about what you did. You're going to just have to tell us about that. This is awesome. And I love the religious message that you got in there.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Rick.
you for that. That's great.
Appreciate it. Well, we bought this car basically just for a driver. I did, because I had a 1980 that was an antique car, beautiful car. It was getting all restored for me to be showroom quality. And unfortunately, it caught on fire and I lost it in the guy's garage doing the work. So
Oh, man.
I had this 86 as I was just driving it, and I thought, you know what? It's time to do a project that someone else doesn't have. So I took on this theme of camouflage because I love to be in the outdoors. I'm a fisherman and an outdoor enthusiast, an archery hunter, and a Christian. So with that being kind of like an overall message to be able to work with in our community of men and lots of people that can relate to that, I decided to go with the camouflage Corvette theme.
And this is all wrap on the.
This is all done, a wrap done on the outside of the car, inside the hood. The motor parts are all hydro dip in a matching pattern, which is called an HTC green Realtree pattern.
Wow. And your windshield wipers,
The
even.
windshield wipers are even camouflaged. The inside seats are all done in the same pattern. The dash was taken out. It's all camouflaged. It was a blue interior, so it's gotten transformed to matching greens and browns to theme up as the woods would be. The motor was obviously a C4 rated in 86, is about 250 horsepower. I pulled that, boarded over, headers up, big cam, tied in the transmission and rebuilt the clutches up in it so it's got more power, more torque. Cambered the rear end up to give that suspension a little bit more of a enforcement for the power that's going to the wheels now.
Wow.
And brought it up to 18-inch tires and opened up the rims. So
wow.
Kind of a cool project, and obviously the fish and the whitetail buck with the scripture which is there, which is this is the day that the Lord hath made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. We're rejoicing right now. There's no rain, and the fellowship that we have with one another.
Absolutely.
And that was my mother's favorite verse, so that was ingrained in me since I was a child. And then the turkeys and the deer as a different kind of thing in communication goes. I'm a teacher, I'm a certified instructor in first aid CPR in the workplace, how to handle the what ifs if they come about, that's what I do. But in talking and communicating with people, outdoorsmen, we have to do the same. So as we're out in the woods and we're tracking around trying to find a deer, and you got a deer grunting coming through the woods at you, you have an opportunity right there to know that you're maybe in good position. Hunker down and get ready. So out in the woods when we're turkey hunting, you got your hen turkey. She's rattling off her I'm sexy call, and then you got the gobbler saying, I'll be right over, honey. And that's kind of how we work to integrate our communications with the outdoors to make ourselves successful in harvesting game.
Wow, and your head too, so they don't even see.
Kind of joke that it's not though, because the Game Commission wouldn't like the fact that I said it. But you know, it is kind of like a traveling ground blind.
Oh my!
But
you did a real, and then I love the transformation idea. What you're talking about there. This shirt. So you even made your own shirt with the camouflage 86. Did you do that yourself too?
I had this marketed. Figuring shows was where I needed to be at and market myself. Obviously, in the back we've got the 86 camo. So just a special little touch.
But now, so what's your motor pushing out now?
We figure sometimes, you know, in roughing it up and knowing what headers can do and what the board over is going to do. I haven't dynoed it. It's somewhere probably right around 350.
Okay, that's plenty enough for one of these cars. They're not very heavy.
No, it's not like we want to get it any more greasier on the road than we have to.
And it is cool. Everything's camouflage. It's just really cool. You did such a nice job.
Now,
I love the whole message about the car.
There's something here it's coming down the road here. I put a trailer hitch on this car.
Okay.
There's a trailer hitch here, and I have a camouflage basket that's already done.
Okay.
And this basket's 60 inches this way and 24 deep. My father, who's 83, shot a beautiful 10-point buck last year. And I told him if he did, I'd get it fully mounted and it could ride to the car shows with me. So it's getting done and it will get unveiled here soon.
Okay,
so
cool.
PTL, I say, praise the good Lord for all this that he has provided for me, and I appreciate your time and giving me some attention.
Well, hey, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. God bless you, and thanks for coming out. Hey, here we are with Charlie Franz. How you doing, Charlie?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing great. This is awesome. A 31 Ford.
Yes, sir.
31 with a Ford motor in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, this is awesome. So, how long have you had this car?
I've had about 4 years now. Just finished it up last year, though.
What kind of shape was it in when you got
It
it?
was in a bunch of pieces, different chassis. The body was all rough, rusted, and we just completely redid everything.
Wow, and it turned out beautiful. So you did the chopping on this
Yep,
yourself?
did the chop and then had PA Custom and Collision do all the paint work and body work.
So you chopped 4 inches out
4
of it?
inches out of it, yep.
4 inches, and this is a Ford motor in a Ford car, which is so cool to see because you don't see that often. 351 Windsor.
Yep, 351 Windsor and it stroked out to a 406.
Wow.
Yep.
So I bet she runs good.
Yeah, it runs real good.
I bet you it uses a lot of that gas in that Holly too.
Oh,
to get it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yes, it
So
does.
how much horsepower do you think you're putting out of
About
it?
400, 450. Yep.
And I really love these headers. These are like, I bet their cops love them too, huh?
Yeah, we had some good looks today on the way in, but
Yeah.
yeah, lake style, they're open, there's no mufflers in them.
So what do you got for your front end here? Are those I'm talking about your brakes. Oh, you got disc. Okay.
Yep, they're all disc.
All
Yep.
disc all the way around.
Nope, drums on
Drum
the
on
rear.
the-
It's
on the rear?
actually Brookville Roadster 32 frame and everything.
Okay.
So, but it's not. Doesn't have the old fuel tank in the back, but it's all new chassis underneath it, all stainless.
And
Other than the frame.
You
so.
did a nice job chopping this. Are you like a body guy, or you just did it?
No,
all?
just kind of did a lot of researching and.
That's
figured
it's
it
not
out,
easy
yep.
to do.
No.
And
no.
then, so you had PA Custom and Collision. They did all the body work and the paint work on it,
Yeah.
and then it's awesome. It's just a beautiful. So what did you have done with the interior on it?
I actually just had that done this spring by a guy down in Altoona, PA.
Okay,
Yep.
and is that like
It's a dark brown leather.
oh, it's leather? Okay, that's
Yep.
what I was wanting to make sure if it was leather. That's
Yep.
beautiful. What a really nice job. What's your steering wheel?
I can't remember what it is. It's all wood though.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little more period correct.
That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
wondering. And with the tranny is a what in it?
It's a C6.
C6.
automatic.
All
Yep.
right, good, powerful tranny. That's for
Yep.
sure. Them are tough. Man, this is just a beautiful car, and you kept it kind of old school, which is what I really like about it. You know, you put the tires are 16, and what's your back
16s
ones?
and 18s on the
18s
rear,
on the
yep.
rear. Man, this just looks so cool. And if you have a manual fill pump. This is just so cool. You just kept the old hot rod theme alive in this with a little
Exactly,
touch of the new stuff in it, man.
Yep.
It's beautiful. And you guys, our family people have cars too, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All
My
right.
dad has the 65 GTO behind us.
Well,
and
we'll have to talk to them about that. Hey, this is awesome. Thank you so much for
Yep,
bringing
thank
it
you.
out. Thank you. It's
Yep.
nice to meet you.
You too.
Hey, we're here with Dan Franz. Now, he's the vice president of the Classic Iron. He's also Charlie's dad that has the 31 Ford.
Yes.
But you got one of the first muscle cars. A lot of people say that the 64 GTO was the beginning of the muscle car.
Yeah.
And you have a 65, and wow, is it nice. So
Thank you.
This is original 389. Is it numbers matching?
No.
Okay. But it's the period correct 389?
Yeah, period
okay.
correct.
So tell us a little bit what you did with the car.
Well, when I bought it, it was just everything was in the back seat and in the trunk. It was just setting up in a garage, and I bought it that way. Then over 4 years, I put it all together.
Now, is it a local? Was it a local
Yeah, it's a
car?
local car.
So,
a friend of mine kept saying his brother-in-law has this car he wants to sell. He had a GTO, all the parts are there. And then one day he says, hey, he wants to sell his car, and so I went in and looked at it, and I had to have it.
Oh yeah, wow.
So I had to go home and beg the wife to do it, But
so how much metal work does this thing have if it's a local? Not much, huh?
no, it came out of Texas a long time ago.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
I think
Was a local.
79 or 80, I think he said it come up out of Texas.
Oh wow. So who did the paint work for you?
My nephew-in-law.
Wow.
Yeah, he did it. He went to school somewhere down in Tennessee, I think he did.
Nice job, and I see you got a dual master cylinder on there. And,
yeah, I put the disc brakes on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
it
nice.
just made it so
nice
much,
upgrade. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then the electronic fuel injection that made it that much nicer.
Yeah, I mean these are in most hot rodders' opinions. The GTO was the first hot rod.
Yeah,
and what about the interior now? Is it pretty much stock or?
It's stock.
Did you have to have it redone?
I had it redone, reupholstered.
Reupholstered.
Yeah.
Did
And
they
a
do
new
that?
headliner.
Did they do that locally, or did you just order?
They did it locally.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really nice.
Everything is done locally that I.
And what about your tranny? What do you got in for a tranny?
4-speed Muncie.
Nice. You got to have that with a GTO.
Yeah.
And what are you running for tires? You running the stock tires, or you got belted on there now, or what?
I got radial belt.
Okay. And
Red line
are they
tires.
the stock size, or?
No, they're a little bit bigger.
Okay, that's what I thought. They looked a little bit bigger to me. Yeah, it's really nice. So you got to have a little bit more rubber on the road with that motor, huh?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It's a nice car. I love it.
You guys, it's cool that you got stuff in the family like this, man.
Yeah.
And you guys have been around. Classic Iron's been around for a long time, haven't you?
Long time. Yeah. I can't even remember when it started. I forget.
Well, that means
it's
a long
been
time.
a while. Yeah.
But yeah, we really appreciate you guys. We want to showcase people that are local, and you guys have been around a long time, and it's really cool that you guys keep doing this. And it's great that the weather held out for us today
I know,
to
it
get
looked
this.
like
I mean,
it.
it's unbelievable, and you guys got a pretty good showing today. I was really happy with the turnout. So
Seems like our shows we've been pretty lucky over
have.
time,
The first one I did last month got rained out. We had 10 cars show up anyway, so I had to go do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for having us out here.
Well, thank you for coming.
Hey, we're here with Jeff Heibel. How you doing, Jeff?
Good, and you?
Good to see you, man. Good, great. A nice day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he brought out a 2013 Challenger, but it's a little special, isn't it?
Yes.
And a couple of reasons why is because this was your retirement present, right?
Yep.
All
Had
right.
to do something.
So tell us a little bit about the car.
2013 Dodge Challenger. I redid the stripes on it, had the card lowered for better handling, stiffened up all the suspension, so now it really handles nice.
Oh, yeah.
6-speed, so
Yeah, but
it's fun to drive.
The thing that's cool is, you know, this is one of what they consider a retro car. And Mopar did a really good job with their retro car.
Yes.
And so yours, how much horsepower is this one pushing out?
376.
376. Could you imagine that? You know, and
Yeah.
that's not even like their Hellcat or nothing.
No.
Just I mean, I can remember having my '72 Nova, and I think it put out 275 horsepower, and I thought that was a fast
Yeah.
car. Nothing compared to what they can do now. So, so you did some custom work with the paint, or you had that done here at PA?
Yeah, PA Custom did some paint work, redid the stripes for me. So
Yeah, and
they
so
did an excellent job.
You did a cool job with this little Mopar theme here with the 345. Kept the little Mopar look there. I really like that. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And was this car repainted, the whole thing, or just?
One side, and I had a little bump on the front end on the curb, so I had to. It wasn't a lot, you know, big damage, but they had to redo the whole front end and repaint it to get all the color to match. So.
And I love it that it's a 6-speed standard because so many of the new cars are all automatics, and it's cool to see that. And I love that you got the cue ball shifter in it too. That's cool. Is interior all stock then? Or?
Yeah, it's all stock.
It's all stock. And did it come with the sunroof or moonroof, whatever they call it now?
It came with the sunroof,
okay.
But I added the flag.
I was going to say, I'm glad you put some patriotic stuff on there. This is awesome. And I imagine you get people challenging you all the time when you're at the red lights.
All the
Good
time.
name for a car, right? A Challenger. This is really awesome. I think Mopar did a good job. And you did some real nice touches to a newer car, and it is really nice. And these guys at PA Custom, they do a really good job.
Excellent work.
And it's just a beautiful car. And hey, thanks so much for bringing it out. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, we're here with Josh Russell, and I saw him pull in with this 74 Challenger, and it said 440 on it. And I said, the last one of those I saw was at Barrett Jackson. How you doing, Josh?
Good.
All right. So tell us what you got here.
So we bought this car. Well, actually, I happened to find it. I got lucky. I seen an old Mopar sitting alongside the road, and I pulled in and was looking at the cars, and the guy wasn't even home. So I asked if I could wait after we pulled the cover off of this and seen this Challenger. And my dad had one back in the day, and I just always wanted one. So
yeah.
I got lucky, fell into it, got a good deal on it, and it was rough. It was real rough.
Well,
and
it's not anymore, and it wasn't really a 440 originally. You guys transformed it, but the car doesn't know the difference, right? You do,
yes.
Right? So tell us a little bit about what you got. Now, did you guys do this, you and your dad did the work all by yourselves?
Yeah, so.
Are you guys like pro body guys, or you
No.
Wow, you guys did an awesome job.
Thank
so
you.
got a period correct 440, okay, and you have the original pistol grip, so you got a 4-speed in it. And you guys did all this work, the body work, the mechanics, everything.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And you kept that. You kept the sublime, lime green or whatever, sublime color. That's period correct. The stripes. Because like I said, when I saw it pull in, I thought, oh my God, there's a 440 Challenger. I don't know when the last time I saw one. It still is. But you guys made it that way. A clone, which that's a pretty popular thing that people are doing now, making clone cars.
Yeah.
So you guys, did you do the interior work yourself too?
So the interior, I had a friend of mine that knew a guy in New York. And he actually came out to the house with it, delivered it. I only had 3 seats. I was missing a seat. And he happened to have a Cuda, which is the same. Yeah. And he had a seat, so we made a deal. He brought him out upholstered and installed them from there. So got lucky on that part of it. It was hard, it's hard to find some of these parts.
Sure is.
And
it's Mopar or no car, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, did this originally have the standard transmission when you got it? Was it
no,
an automatic
actually,
car?
when I got it, it was originally a 340.
Okay.
The 340 actually was built and put into a Duster, and a 440 was put into this. It had a 727 automatic slapstick, and just had to have a standard.
Oh yeah, you have to. You got to have that pistol grip in there, and you guys did an awesome job. I mean, just unbelievable workmanship you guys did on this. I love your S&S Kragers. I love it. This looks like something that when I was a kid, my friends drove. I never had one, but they did. They beat me in my 72 Nova all the time with these. The 340 cars could beat me. But this is just so awesome to see a big block Mopar like that. And you guys ought to be proud. You did a really good job. Thanks so much for bringing it out. Thank you. Okay, hey, we're here
Hey.
with Gator. This is a
right,
well-known hot rodder around here, man. He's been
Yes.
around for a long time. He's got his 71 Duster out here today. Man, is it cool. Tell us a little bit about your Duster.
Well, it's got a little 9-inch four-wheel end underneath it. It's 340 and 727 transmission with a stall-speed converter. It's got a lot of goodies. My fuel cell's in the trunk, so I don't have a gas tank along with the battery. Other than that, it's a nice car.
It's a very nice car.
I like
So
it.
you did you do most of the work on this yourself?
It was about 75-80% when I got it.
Okay.
And I pretty much finished off and put $10,000 into it.
Oh, at time.
At time.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Not at time, but a period of time,
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
So the motor is built more than a 340 though now, right?
Yes, that's it's 30 over, so it's about 300. It's a 356.
Wow.
Pushing about 413 horsepower.
Woo!
So
And this little light car, these
Yeah,
cars, like I always
yeah.
tell people, those little Mopars beat my 72 Nova,
Yeah.
light to light and then beyond. And there's a reason why a lot of you
Yeah.
guys say Mopar or no car.
that's right. Indestructible.
Yeah.
You
And you put the snorkel hood scoop on here too? Or?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I
And
did. Yep.
what are you running for carb in this thing?
I'm running a 750 Eddie Elbrook.
All right.
Run 93 octane mixed with 110 racing fuel.
Wow.
So,
This day and age, that must cost $10 to start it up.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Yeah.
And how far did you drive it to get here today?
I'm gonna say probably 7 miles.
So you do drive the thing, though,
Oh, I
right?
drive
I mean,
it,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
afraid
drive
that it's a driver.
It's
It's a looker also, but it is a driver too.
It's not a daily driver. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's gonna rain or something, I don't drive.
Well, we thought it was going to rain today, and it didn't.
Well, yeah,
It did earlier.
Exactly.
So was the interior? Did you guys do the interior?
Interior was done.
On this? And did you have that somebody around here do? Was it local
That
people?
was done down in where I bought the car down in down Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's really nice. So, but aside from it looking good, it runs good.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful car, man. I
Thank you.
just love these Mopars, man. Thank you so much,
thank you,
Gator.
Rick.
Good to see you again,
You too.
man.
All right,
Thanks
yep.
for coming out with
Yep,
us.
you're welcome.
Okay, now here's the two guys that run this PA Custom and Collisions, Alex and Nate. Hi guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you,
Great
Rick?
show, good man,
Thanks
great
for
show.
coming. Yes.
So these guys, this is their 4th year in business too, right?
Yep.
4th year that they've been doing it. And these guys do customs, they do restorations, they do collision work, and they have a couple projects right here in their shop right now that they're working on. So what are you doing? So you got a 63 Chevy C10 here, right?
61, yeah.
61, okay, 61, okay.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys had to do to this.
Basically got the truck off a gentleman that had a Le Mans we did a trade for. The old bed was welded to the cab, so ended up cutting it off, started a frame off of it, went and got a new cab for it. We built the bed, tubbed it out, put an LS3 in it, 4 disc brakes all the way around. It's not done. It's got a mild cam in it. Still a lot of work to do to it.
But you guys did a lot of work already to it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of work. And you just got the epoxy primer on it and ready to paint it? Or
yeah, no, this is just the first coat to basically see where everything's at.
Okay.
We'll go over it again, shoot it again with primer, and hopefully block it down and get her squirted for some.
So you guys have done quite a few cars since you've been here, and you're still doing a lot more. You got a Dodge that you're working on over here too.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a Dart Swinger.
Dart Swinger. What year is that?
It's a 61 or 2. 62, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and what I see right now, didn't you say that was a SEMA car at one time or something?
It was, from what we were told.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, so you guys are working on a car that was at SEMA? That's unbelievable. So you guys are redoing the paint? They didn't like something about the paintwork on it?
Yeah, there was just a green stripe the customer didn't like, and then we're going to throw in a different two-tone stripe on top.
Oh, okay.
Basically clear the whole car and put that on.
But that car, now, the rest of the work was done by somebody else, obviously.
Yep.
You guys are just doing the finishing touches on it. But anything that anybody needs done, like we did a couple of cars out there, the 31 Ford that Garrett, well, not Charlie. Yeah, that was a very nice car too. That you guys did the paint work, so people can come up here, and if you have any collision work needs done or restoration, these guys are the ones to go to. And also, my buddy Tim Johnson from Eddie's Footlongs is here with you, celebrating the 75-year anniversary of. And that's an icon around here, right? Eddie's Footlongs, and they ran out of them by the time we went to get one, so that's okay. But anyway, you guys, this is a great show. I'm glad the weather held out. And it's good to see some young guys out there keeping this this thing that us old guys have been doing for years alive. And it's great, man. You guys are doing a good job, and it's very nice to meet you. And thank you for having us come out. Thank you. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you all so much for coming out to PA Custom and Collisions Car Show, 4th annual. What a great day. What a bunch of nice cars. What'd you think, man? Did you like it? My girl said she liked it. Tune in next time for Gearheadz USA. We'll see you somewhere out there.